Good afternoon and welcome to the 2020-2021 Commemoration Celebration at Dickinson State University. Today, we celebrate the hard work and dedication of our graduating students, faculty, and staff. Today's graduating class has overcome some never-before-seen hurdles as they navigated a form of higher education that has been anything but typical. The class of 2021 is comprised of students from 24 states and 12 countries. While our physical footprint may be relatively small, our impact is noticeable on a global and national scale. More than 450 students are eligible for today's ceremony. These numbers include students who are graduated in 2020 summer, spring, and fall, as well as graduates 2021 spring and summer. Dickinson State will confer 9 master's degrees, 165 bachelor degrees, and 43 associate degrees. Since the very first graduation ceremony in 1920 at Dickinson State Teachers College, thousands upon thousands of students have crossed the stage at May Hall, Scotch Gymnasium, and now the Bijou Activity Center. While the venue has changed, our tradition, reverence, and etiquette remain.
Hi, I'm Aspen Lenning.
And I'm Abigail Mobird, and we are this year's 2021 graduating commencement speakers.
We just wanted to thank you all for coming. We look forward to getting to speak to you.
When we started at DSU 4 long years ago, we had no idea what it would come to mean to us.
I only came here because they told me there was a pet goat.
So thank you to DSU, to all of our faculty and staff who have helped us to get to this point in our journey.
A graduation blessing. Embarking on a journey which began some time ago, how could you have imagined all the things you'd come to know? You learned to use each challenge as an opportunity to overcome each problem despite adversity. It wasn't always easy keeping up with things at school, but you held on to your beliefs and followed the golden rule. You found your voice and chose a path that honors who you are, and that, I think, may be the greatest lesson learned thus far. For no one could be prouder of the person you've become, and that is why I'm confident that the best is yet to come. May you never waste a moment wishing life was not unfair. Rather, use the gifts God gave you to change the world out there. Your graduation signals us that you are on your way, so spread your wings and fly, my dear, forever and a day. By Barbara D. McAdam.
Congratulations, class of 2021. We are so proud of you and all of your accomplishments at Dickinson State. Today is all about you. Let's go graduate.
Good morning, DSU. As senior faculty member at Dickinson State University, it's both my honor and privilege to declare the 2021 commencement exercises open. At this point in time, I would like to welcome to the microphone our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Deb Dragset.
Thank you, David, very much. Please be seated. Graduating students, family, and friends of our students, honored guests, faculty and staff members, welcome to Dickinson State University's 2021 Outdoor Commencement Ceremony. The processional music was provided by the DSU Concert Band, conducted by Dr. Brian Holder. The flags displayed on the, absolutely. Flags displayed on the stage today represent the graduates' respective home countries and the tribal flags of our American Indian graduates, as well as our own North Dakota flag and Dickinson State University flag. The 12 flags and countries that are represented are the Bahamas, Canada, Ethiopia, Honduras, India, Japan, Kenya, Mexico, Nepal, Nigeria, Philippines, and of course the United States. The 6 American Indian tribes represented are the Crow Tribe of Montana, Fort Peck, Assiniboine and Sioux tribes, Rosebud Sioux Tribe, Standing Rock Sioux Tribe, 3 affiliated tribes, and Turtle Mountain Chippewa Tribe. At this moment, I would like to introduce the platform party. I will ask that they stand as they call their name and ask that you please hold your applause until all have been introduced. The 13th President of Dickinson State University, Dr. Stephen Easton. Myself, Deborah Dragset, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Kent Anderson, Chief Financial Officer. Mark Jastorf, Interim Vice President for University Relations and Student Affairs. Dr. Holly Gruckley, Dean of the College of Business, Education, and Applied Sciences. Dr. Brent Rogers, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Alicia Erickson, Alumni Development Officer. And Danita Bai, North Dakota State Board of Higher Education member. The following DSU staff were nominated for Emeritus Distinction this year. If they're here with us today, we ask that they please stand and be recognized. Joanne Fields, Administrative Assistant for the Technology Resource and Education Center with 18 years of service. Donald Tormaschi, Heat Plant Operator for Facility Operations with 22 years of service. Mr. Anthony Willer, Distance Learning Specialist for Information Technology Services with 16 years of service. Also in attendance today are Emeriti faculty, and some of my special friends are here today. I'm so excited to introduce them to you. Please stand as I call your name. Dr. Richard Braun, former Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Professor Emeritus of History, and Interim President 1998 with 21 years of service. Richard T. King, Professor Emeritus of Accounting with 28 years of service. Dr. Robert Todd, Professor Emeritus of Chemistry with 25 years of service. Thank you for coming. I would like now to recognize the 2 students who received this year's Outstanding Graduate Awards. Please stand as you are recognized. Our first recipient of the Outstanding Graduate Award is Sarah Dobitz. Sarah is the daughter of Pete and Joyce Dobitz. She's graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Education, Elementary Ed, and a minor in Leadership. She's a Dickinson, North Dakota native, and she's following in the footsteps of many of her family members who've attended and graduated from Dickinson State and are educators in our region. Sarah is a member of the Theodore Roosevelt Honors Leadership Program, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the Student Education Association. She was also a student athlete, playing on the Blue Hawk volleyball team and serving as team captain during her junior and senior years. She's been involved in our community as a mentor for Best Friends, mentoring youth in the community. Closest to her heart is her involvement in the North Dakota Special Olympics, for which she has served as a coach and a partner. Dobitz has worked for Able Inc. as a direct support professional for individuals in the community with physical and intellectual disabilities, and after graduation, she will be fulfilling her dream of becoming an elementary teacher for the Dickinson Public Schools. She plans to continue her education by attending her master's degree and one day teaching special ed. Congratulations, Sarah. Our second recipient of Outstanding Graduate Awards is John McDonald. John, John is the son of Floyd and Anna Marie McDonald of Dickinson. He's graduating with a bachelor's degree in biology, pre-med, science option. Originally from Belfield, North Dakota, McDonald was persistent in getting his dream and going after his dream of attending college while at the same time working full-time and raising a family. He transferred to Dickinson State after attending Bismarck State College, where he attained an Associate of Arts in Liberal Arts, as well as his EMT license. He worked with the Kildare Area Ambulance Service and the Billings County Ambulance Service since 2016 as a paramedic, providing emergency medical services at the advanced life support level. McDonald has volunteered with the Belfield Ambulance Service since 2008 as a driver, an EMT, and a paramedic. He is also involved with the Public Health Emergency Volunteer Reserve Medical Reserve Corps, which he is on standby for deployment when needed. He was deployed for Hurricane Irma disaster relief in 2017 and was involved in COVID-19 tracing and training in 2020. He is pursuing a career in medicine, hoping to serve rural communities in North Dakota. Amazing. At this time, I would like to welcome Dr. Stephen Easton, President of Dickinson State University, to the podium for opening remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Dragseth. Welcome to all families, friends, and especially to our soon-to-be graduates. Those of you who know me probably know that I can't resist the opportunity to make a few remarks to our graduates. So I apologize to those of you staring into the sun. I'll try to make them brief, but I'm not really good at brevity, so I won't promise it, other than an effort. To the graduates of 2020 and 2021, if there is one thing that defines a successful human being, a successful parent, a successful community member, a successful career, it's not intelligence, it's not even creativity. All those things are nice. It's basically grit. It's hanging in there when circumstances are difficult. And this class had its entire world turned upside down during spring break a year and a couple months ago. And that presented amazing challenges for our faculty, and I also want to mention the faculty's grit in going through a rapid series of changes over the last 15 months. And Dickinson State's faculty, and since this is graduation, I want to make special note of the students, just got it done. And it is not the education you expected when you started out, and I just want to applaud you for your grit. It will serve you very well in future years. You have already had, and you will continue to have, some amazing moments in your life. You'll accomplish some wonderful things. You will win, as you have in the past in athletics and otherwise at Dickinson State. You will win some amazing victories, and you will climb mountains, both literally and figuratively. Except when you don't. And I want to take just a minute to talk about the fact that your lives, as they have at Dickinson State, will also contain some moments where you don't always get to the goals that you've set, where you lose instead of win, where you make mistakes. That's okay. The only life that doesn't have disappointment and failure with it, as part of it, is a life that doesn't attempt to do anything. It's okay. I wanted to start a tradition this year. I don't know how long it'll last, because it may only last as long as I'm the president here, at this graduation, of giving you, in addition to your diploma cover, which doesn't have a diploma in it, but you'll get the diploma in a couple of weeks. Over there are a series of these folders. It has our symbol on it, and it says Magic Moments. This is what I would like you to do with these folders. Someone gave me this advice a few years ago. I wish that he would have given it to me earlier. And I actually do mean this sincerely. This is an empty folder. I would ask you to fill it with the really special moments in your life. And I'll even get you started, because this is your graduation program. It has your name in it. That is an amazing accomplishment. A university graduation program with your name in it is a thing to remember. It didn't come easily. You should be proud of it. So you insert this. This is how you get started. You insert it in this folder. And then maybe you take a few other things from your special moments in college. Maybe that note from a professor who noticed your particularly strong presentation or paper, or the box score from that game that you helped the Blue Hawks win, or whatever it is. And as you go through life, when you have those really special moments, put some physical reminders of that in your own special magic moments folder. And it's pretty much just for you. You don't show it to anybody else. And then when you have those other moments, those challenging moments, those moments when you're not sure you can keep doing something important in your life, like parenting or your career or helping out in your community in some way, those not too often, because you don't want to overuse this folder. But when you get to those really challenging moments, when it seems like the whole world is against you, you pull out this folder and you remember how you felt today and on those other special days. Dickinson State is full of magic. The glory of Dickinson State is the way these faculty members and the staff members at Dickinson State have helped you get to where you are today. I know what I just said sounds incredibly hokey, but you would be amazed, because this will be your folder if you can keep it, or if you lose this one, that's fine. Just get yourself another folder. They're only like 29 cents at Walmart, because you have already done very special things, and you want to remind yourself of those tougher moments. Welcome to everyone who's here. This is our first, and given that we're in Dickinson, North Dakota, very possibly our last outdoor commencement ceremony. But I got to tell you, when we decided to do this, because we didn't want to turn anybody away from commencement, that's kind of just not a Dickinson State thing to do, to turn anybody away from commencement. We worried about setting the date, or setting an outdoor commencement. But what we were worried about was a snowstorm or rain. And by the way, we want rain. We just want it starting about an hour from now. Thank you for coming. You look great. I just can't tell you how great this looks from our seat at the podium. So welcome to all of you. Congratulations to our graduates. It's a very special moment for you, and it is for us on the faculty. We will now, honored guests, be listening to a musical selection performed by the DSU Chorale and the Blue Hawk Singers, conducted by Dr. Brent Rogers. This piece is entitled Ad Astra. I should have asked how to pronounce it. I probably mispronounced it. Which is, and this is the translation, and it's just perfect for this year. To the stars through difficulties. I should also note that our accompanist will be Cheryl Houston, who does that work for us frequently and does an amazing job for us. That was wonderful. Thank you, DSU Choral and Blue Hawk Singers. That was gorgeous. We have a special guest today with us from the State Board of Higher Education, Ms. Danita Bai. Ms. Bai has been a business consultant and leadership coach since 1997 for small to medium-sized businesses in science, technology, engineering, and manufacturing industries. I'm also going to add a note that she's also an author. I was blessed to be able to read her latest book, which is just amazing. You should if you get a chance, read that book. Ms. Bai obtained her degrees in biology and psychology from the University of Sioux Falls and an MA in transformational leadership from Bethel University. State Board of Higher Education member, Danita Bai.
Good morning, Dr. Eastman, faculty, staff, family, friends, and graduates. Congratulations. What an amazing day and an amazing accomplishment. And before my formal remarks, I do want to say thank you for Dr. Eastman. I not only have a Magic Moments folder, I have a Magic Moments box. And in that box, I have my college graduation ceremonies. I have that paper that looked like it was impossible to do, but I did it. And I have that note from that faculty. And those are all things that can anchor us as we're moving forward from this time. So it's incredible advice. I invite you to definitely pick up your Magic Moments folder. Graduates, you've undoubtedly been through one of the most challenging times of your life that was made even more challenging by the pandemic. And yet, here you are, demonstrating the grit to make it through. And as we know, as parents and grandparents and faculty and staff, that it is indeed the grit that will get us through. So congratulations. The State Board of Higher Ed serves to shape policy and paths to offer as many opportunities for student success as possible. But it's you who has to reach out and seek those opportunities. And your presence here today reminds everyone that when you set your focus on the goal, that you'll go forward and you will succeed in making the most of every opportunity that have met your way. There are few milestones in an individual's life that can better represent the life-changing nature of a university education. And this commencement ceremony symbolizes that for you. We are confident that the choices that you made at DSU have presented numerous pathways for you moving forward. And I know that those have shaped you and formed you, that you will be engaged citizens, involved in your communities, and giving back to DSU as you're moving forward. Thank you to everyone, the students, the families, the faculty, everyone, for investing your trust in the system and this university. We applaud your accomplishments, and we wish you incredible success and grit as you move forward in this world. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to introduce Professor Toby Stroh, 2021 Distinguished Educator of the Year. Tobias Toby Stroh has been a member of the Blue Hawk family in the Department of Agriculture and Technical Studies for 30 years. And importantly, I want to add 30 years and counting. Toby teaches everything from ag finance and ag accounting to range and pasture management, to livestock production and animal science. The Agriculture and Technical Studies mobile classroom can be found all over southwest North Dakota as he has found that his students learn best by doing and appreciate hands-on field trips and labs. He challenges his students to apply actual financial and range management information needed for an operating farm and/or ranch to do a financial analysis and budget. Toby was honored as DSU's faculty-student collaborative research award recipient in 2008 for his work primarily with the ag students on their senior projects, and was this year named Dickinson State University's Distinguished Educator of the Year. We have wonderful faculty at Dickinson State. To be named the Distinguished Educator among that faculty is a very high honor. So, Toby Stowe.
Is that not going to work? Okay. All right. Thanks. Good morning. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our commencement speakers, Miss Aspen Lenning and Miss Abigail Moberg. First, Miss Lenning. Miss Lenning is from Plaza, North Dakota, and is the daughter of Chris and Jennifer Lenning. She'll be graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Ag Studies, Natural Resource Management option, and a minor in Leadership Studies. While a student at Dickinson State, Lenning was the DSU Collegiate Farm Bureau President, Vice President of Student Senate, and was a member of the Agriculture Club, International Club, and the Theodore Roosevelt Honors Program. Among others, she's also represented DSU in many collegiate competitions and was the writing and agriculture tutor for more than 3 years. Ms. Lenning was the top 4 finishers at the 2021 Young Farmers and Ranchers discussion meet. And in view that no Aspen, no she can discuss. The first place overall speaker at DSU's Opportunities in Ag event, and has also made at least 3 Dean's List every semester. Lenning has accepted an internship or an assistantship with Oklahoma State University, where she will pursue her master's degree with future plans of becoming an extension agent. Would you please help me welcome Ms. Aspen Lenning?
Wow. We made it! There were times when even I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But with the help of many others, we have all gotten here. We survived a pandemic. We survived the changing of a president. We have survived dramatic budget cuts and the many changes that come with that. So right now, I just want to congratulate each and every one of you. I am sure each and every one of you had a moment of hesitation, a moment where you didn't know if it was worth it, a moment where you didn't think you were enough. And yet, here you are. We are a class that has faced difficulties that no other class in history has seen. But we made it. I am sure there are so many amazing stories that each of you have to share, but I would like to take a little time to tell you about mine, and I am sure there are experiences we all share. My start at DSU was a little strange. I did not want to come here. I thought I was a bison. Roll herd! I only came here to visit because the recruiter said they had a pet goat and because my grandma, who is a fellow hawk, wanted me to tour. I begrudgingly agreed to visit just to appease her. As soon as I got here, I felt like I was at home. The ag department smelled like dirt, which is a smell I enjoy. And the people I met were kind and welcoming. I had to visit again. My next visit, I visited with the music department because I thought I might major or minor with them at the time. I showed up and they had a jazz ensemble. I was enthralled. I love music. When they were done, Dr. Jeremy Wolitz came over to me and asked how much I enjoyed it. I told him I loved it and that I would love to hear more. As he wandered back over to where the band was, a visiting mother came over to me and asked me if I was his wife. Talk about awkward. Dr. Wallace quickly came back and assured her that I was a visiting prospective student. I ended up playing in the band here for a few years before I had to give it up. Maybe I never really got over that awkwardness. Fast forwarding to my freshman year, there were plenty more awkward moments. Freshman year is so odd. You don't really know anyone or anything, but you pretend you do the whole time. As a senior, I love freshmen. You can watch them grow and progress in ways that they don't even recognize until they are old like me. Anyway, awkwardness played a big role in my freshman year, but especially in my honors introduction to public speaking course that was required for the TR program with Mr. Don E. This was one of my favorite classes I have ever taken. I did a demonstrative speech where I showed the class how to cinch up a saddle. I had to drag this saddle around campus all morning to all of my other classes before I got to that class. I even had a fellow student, Mr. Hunter Flynn, be my horse for the demonstration. My final speech in that class was about embarrassment. I think it was probably the best speech I have ever written, but I would rather those memories stayed in the past. I don't think I really resonate with embarrassment anymore because I am so thoroughly accustomed to it. My favorite thing about myself as I have grown up is that I care much less about what other people think, and I am not afraid to try new things, even if I look ridiculous. Sophomore and junior year were going great. We were off to a smooth start. I was figuring out my limits and coming to more of an understanding about who I am. Then we had a pandemic. I am the president of our Collegiate Farm Bureau and have been an officer for 3 years. The night before we were supposed to leave for our national trip, the CDC declared COVID-19 to be a pandemic. That put quite a wrench in our plans. This was a time where I had to give something up to keep others safe. We have all continued to give things up over this last year, but luckily, we still have a chance to have this graduation. I am so thankful for the thought and hard work that has gone into preparing for this moment that we have all been looking forward to for so long. As we continue through this pandemic, we all face struggles we never expected. My biggest school-related struggle was my statistics class. To be clear, I hate statistics. I have so much respect for the people that can do it because that will never be my strong suit, although I'm willing to try. I took this class with Dr. Chip Poland. Are you awake, Chip? He is the head of the ag department. I have tried to hide my hatred from him, but I'm a little too easy to read for that to last long. By the end of the class, he had agreed to help me with my homework, and as we were doing the work together, I literally told him that it was too hard and I hated this class more than any other class I had ever taken. What a thing to say to the professor who is going to be grading me. Luckily, I passed and survived the class to make it here today. Through all of the hard things, through all of the awkward moments, and through all of the times that I wanted to give up, I had people there to support me. There are incredible people at this university, and this speech would last all day if I took the time to thank each and every one of them. But I will say thank you right now. And I look forward to maintaining these connections in the years to come. I wish you all the best. Hawks RF.
There's no speaking involved, but here's your certificate for being a speaker. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you, Aspen. Our next student speaker today is Abigail Moberg. Abigail is a native of Dickinson, North Dakota, and is the daughter of our own Kevin and Susan Moberg. She will be graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology with a pre-medical science option and a minor in leadership studies. While at Dickinson State, Moberg was a member of the Psychology Club, the Science Club, the Housing and Dining Association. She is the outgoing president of Student Senate, where she served as senator for all 4 years, including service on the executive committee for 3. Through that organization, she has represented DSU as the head delegate to North Dakota Student Association. Ms. Moberg was was a resident assistant, at DeLong Hall for 1 year, was active in the Department of Arts and Letters, singing on 2 choirs for 4 years and competing at regional choral events. She is a scholar in the Theodore Roosevelt Honors Leadership Program and has been on its executive committee all 4 years, earning the Noticed Involvement Award multiple times. Moberg also worked at the DSU Heritage Foundation as a student worker. This year, she was the student speaker at Dickinson's convocation ceremony and at President Easton's investiture ceremony. This summer, now I want sympathy here. This summer, Ms. Moberg will be moving to Caribbean Island off St. Martin to study medical school at the American University of Caribbean Medical School. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Moberg.
Welcome, graduates, alumni, faculty and staff, family, and friends. I am so honored to have been chosen to speak to you all today. Some of us are graduating today, and some of us are returning to make the official walk across the stage. No matter what you've been doing this last year, we all have a chance to celebrate a successful completion of a degree from Dickinson State University. I think we can all say that our journey was not without its hardships and obstacles. But friends, we made it. I know that I personally, yes, we made it. You can clap. That's exciting. I personally am wrapping up a 4-year journey in the science department. I have been a biology major since day 1 of my education. I was fortunate to meet with Dr. Eric Brevik my senior year of high school, as he was the chair of the Natural Sciences Department at that time. He spoke so highly of the professors, classes, and the school that I was hooked. Even though I'm from Dickinson, I moved into DeLong Hall my freshman year and met the most amazing roommate. We just so happened to have almost the exact same schedule because we were starting the same major, so we grew inseparable very quickly. Studying for tests and completing assignments is a lot easier when your roommate has the same schedule as you do. Let me tell you. The next year, we both became RAs together back in DeLong. As most of you probably know from your own residence hall experiences, heat really rises in those buildings. When I was moving in my sophomore year, that was when we were getting a new elevator installed, so it was not available. And I had to move all of my stuff up to the 5th floor by taking 1 trip at a time up the stairs. And now, I think I could live the rest of my life very comfortably without ever doing that again. At least it wasn't the 6th floor, though, am I right? At that point in DSU history, the campus apartments were still available for students. I know I personally was over at those complexes all the time to visit my good pals. I always appreciated that they were close enough to walk and that they were right next to a playground with a set of swings. After a long day or a long, stressful week, it was great to feel like a kid again and play in a playground just to burn off some energy and get rid of some stress. Then came junior year. For a lot of us, the 2019-2020 school year was pretty crazy. I was able to move off campus into an apartment with some friends, and I even got my first big girl job. All of a sudden, I had to balance time at work with classes and homework, plus wanting to see my roommates more often than just in passing. Then spring 2020 came along, and so did the new dreaded C word, coronavirus. So many things changed, and a lot of us struggled through our new realities.
I started working full-time in my position at the hospital in order to help cover the influx of cases while trying to maintain a full-time course load online only. Going to school at Dickinson State University started to look pretty different. Many people moved home to try to finish the semester. Once we moved online, classes weren't quite the same. Our professors did the absolute best they could given the circumstances, but spring was not the semester we expected. For those of you who graduated last year during the pandemic, thank you for coming today so that we can celebrate your accomplishments in person. For the rest of us who still had a little more school to finish, we came back last semester with no real ideas of what was going to be happening. Mask mandates made seeing each other and visiting really difficult at times. It was hard to get used to the new cleaning procedures and, frankly, the lack of water fountains. It was at times convenient to log into class remotely, and other times really difficult to learn when missing a great number of students from the classroom. Nevertheless, we persisted. We have overcome great obstacles in earning our degrees. We have all worked hard to get to where we are today. We have flown over more barriers than just a global pandemic, and I know that I am so very proud to be an alum of Dickinson State University. For all of us now entering the world, going into the workforce, or continuing your education, maybe taking a year off to figure life out, we will always carry with us the memories and lessons from our time at DSU. I am starting my next phase of schooling in a few short months. I am going to be moving thousands of miles and an ocean away from everything that I know so that I can become the first medical doctor in my family. All of us here today come from diverse backgrounds. Maybe you are the first in your family to graduate with an associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree. Maybe you have your dream job lined up after graduation, or maybe you too are continuing on with a little more school because you just can't get enough. Whatever comes next, let's take the time today to celebrate the great journey that we have all traveled during our time at DSU. I am proud to be in the graduating class of Dickinson State University, Spring 2021. Once a Blue Hawk, always a Blue Hawk. Hawks are up.
Our Director of Academic Records and University Registrar, Kathy Meyer, will read the names of the candidates as they come forward and approach the platform. On behalf of the faculty whom I represent today, we extend to you the candidates for graduation our most sincere congratulations. Dr. Joan Oss and Professor Loretta Height, please come forward to assist with the hooding of our master's degree candidates. Will all the candidates for degrees please stand? President Easton, the academic records of these candidates have been examined, and they have fulfilled the requirements for graduation for the appropriate academic degree as they set forth by the North Dakota State Board of Higher Education and Dickinson State University. Therefore, I recommend the awarding of the appropriate degree that each candidate may enjoy the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining to that degree.
By the authority invested in me by the State Board of Higher Education and the State of North Dakota, I hereby confer upon you the academic degree which you have completed. Undergraduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. And graduates, beginning with master's degree candidates, please approach the platform by row and receive your diplomas. Master's degree candidates will be hooded today by Dr. Joan Oss and Professor Loretta Height.
Monica Bundella. Timothy Kessel. Kendall Lane Kuntz. Colby Wortman. Aspen Marie Lenning. Abigail Grace Moberg. Margot Binstock. Sarah Joy Dobitz. Erin Elizabeth Hayden. Cassandra Jade Klitsky. Morgan Elaine Scheid. Michaela Erlacher. Samantha Jo Dilly. Natalie Eleanor Hafer. Gresh Paul Jones. Michelle McKay. Carson Chad Oakland. Jade Marshall Rice. Chase Tyler Sheely. Dirk Russell Wolf. Alexa Joel Lemke. Taylor Nicole Ludwig. Shaylee Marie Sheridan. Sadie Mae Ambers. Leanne K. Caraway. Carly Cleveland. Amy Elizabeth Fry. Ashley Rose Gatsky. Tyler Jordan Gravseth. Martha Harrison. Skylar Corrine LaFave. Kelsey Marie Love. Taylor Jean McKee. Carrie Rose Nagel. Molly Catherine Reinhardt. Amanda Lidan Richardson. James David Stenseth. Daniel Suazo Amaya. Fahad Toshi. Alyssa Tron. Preston Borsheim. Josiah Matthew Churchill. Jade A. Derby. Hunter Ryan Flynn. Madison Joe Straman Hansen. Caden James Haugen.
Can I go?
Blade Edward Miller. Camera K. Miller. Marissa Gail Schatz. and Lenora Short. JC Rose Wilson. Chase Anderson. Casey Jane Anderson. Caitlin Diane Antonsen. Katerina Black. Brooke Emily Rose Buchholz. Samantha Calkins. Nico Carato. Emily Rose Sarda. Matthew Carlson. Amanda K. Sentko. Lexi Craig. Bailey Dashner. Payson Timothy Dirk. Brianna L. Dressler. Marianne Louise Gartner. Roxanne Mosley Gray. Mackenzie Lynn Grubbs. Jonathan Arthur Haroldson. Trace Jones. Cheyenne Nicole Klein. Kayleen Renee Klein. Lillian Jane McFadden. Natalie Manga. Brock Adam Messer. Kyle Robert Michael. Abigail Catherine Moorkirky. Blessing Okoson. Tyrell D. Parker. Ty William Stanton. Jenna Rose Tomchuk. Emma J. Vaverka. Kingsley Thomas Ugu. Hazan Animashan. Richard John Dobbins. Kayla May Heckerman. Samantha Madeline Sheasley. Julianne Madison Scaff. Dakota Mansfield. Jacqueline Rose Murray. Courtney Lee Amen. Marisol Elizabeth Babia. Amanda Jo Beatty. Megan Jolene Bramhall. Taylor Joe Grigsby. Grayson Thomas Hickey. Bailey Isaac.
Go, Bailey! Sorry. Go ahead.
Giselle N. Ishimwe. Lauren Jean Michaels. Damaris Muika. Sierra Oakland. Katie Alexis Riley. Alphanique Tigan. Emily Suin. Abigail Dubner. Reagan Lee Olson. Latasha Pierce. Olivia Schultz. Samantha Rayette Youngman.
No, you're gonna hold my hand.
Alexa Ray Delbridge. Kira Danielle Peterson. Laura Jane Barney. Sarah Braun. Ellie Elizabeth Getz. Lexi Hartsey. Akintunde Ibikunle. Madina Jalayemi. Alyssa Kidsman.
You gonna tell me to go, Haley? Oh, okay, good.
Shelby Lee McCarty. Morgan Lynn Miller. Jessica Adora Winkle. Ayormida Oyenean. Nicole F. Prouse. Tori Tooley. Alanta Marie Tormashi. Caitlin Nicole Vernon. Danielle Aurora Wallace. Janessa Wilder. Destiny Chamberlain. Desiree Marie Harmon. Kyle J. Kostelecki. Eric John Brown. Kyle Lewis Heiser.
We would also like to acknowledge our graduates who are joining us via live stream. Could we applaud for those people who weren't able to be with us today that are watching us? Ms. Bai and honored guest, it is my pleasure to present the classes of 2020 and 2021 who are now alumni of Dickinson State University. Now I'd like to invite the graduates to express their appreciation to those who helped them achieve this milestone. Parents, spouses, children, other family members, loved ones. Could the graduates rise and applaud the people that helped them get there? Now I'd like to welcome DSU alumna Alicia Erickson to give her congratulations to all of the new alumni of Dickinson State University.
Thank you, President Easton. It is a glorious day at the BAC. Congratulations to our graduates. Today is a special occasion, and I want everyone to celebrate with your family, with your friends, with your professors. Be sure to take the time to introduce your family to some of the faculty members that helped you get through your 4 years at Dickinson State University. It's a special moment. Capture those pictures and put it in the folder that President Easton talked about earlier, because you're making memories. As your alumni representative, I want you to stay connected. That means I want you to update your address with us. Get in touch with us after you land your first job. Let us know where you're working at, where you're living. We want to hear from you. But occasionally, you're going to long to come home to Dickinson State, and you're always going to be welcomed back on campus. Be sure to attend homecoming or our alumni receptions in cities near you. Let us know about your life events, not only with your career, but when you get married or when you happen to add children to your family. Overall, I want you to be proud to be a Blue Hawk. I hope that you radiate as much Blue Hawk pride as I do. So do not be ashamed to call Dickinson State University your alma mater, because we're always going to be here for you. You've earned your degree that you've achieved today, and for that you should be very proud of yourselves. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Congratulations, and just have a blast today, because this is going to be one of your milestones in your life. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Alicia, both for your remarks today and for all the work you do at DSU's Heritage Foundation. As we come to close of this ceremony, I'd like to recognize all of those who worked to make this day happen. First, I'd like to thank, again, North Dakota State Board of Higher Education member Danita Bai for coming to our ceremony. We have a little bag that I was supposed to give her like 40 minutes ago. But thank you so much for being here. Would like to thank the Commencement Planning Committee. That was a particularly big job this year because we've never done this before, and they made it happen and did a wonderful job, especially Kathy Meyer at Academic Records, who leads that committee. I'd like to thank our Heritage Foundation, our honors ushers, the DSU Concert Band, the DSU Chorale and Blue Hawk Singers, Public Safety, Sodexo, who's going to help us with the reception. Afterwards, please join us in the concourse if your schedule permits. We'd love to see you there. Student Affairs, Tech Support and Sound, University Relations, the University Store, Facilities, and our friends at Consolidated, who always do such a wonderful job of broadcasting and recording these events. After the recessional, we invite everyone to the concourse for reception celebration. Graduates, there will be some banners placed throughout the concourse if you want to get together with other people from your degree or faculty from your department for photos. And now, as is our tradition, at the end of each of our commencements since 1920, if we could ask everyone to please stand for the singing of the Dickinson State University alma mater, led by our senior faculty member, Dave Moody, with possible assistance from Dr. Brent Rogers. The words are on the back page of your program.
Thank you. Please join us as the DSU band plays and we sing our alma mater. It is now my privilege to officially close the 2021 commencement ceremonies. Thank you all.